Welcome, Sagittarius. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your energy reading as I adjust the camera a little bit. I am using the chakra as a way of sharing with you my process for preparing for prayer, meditation, and setting intentions. This overall is a way that I can connect with my divine ancestors and co-creators, share, prepare for receiving the light. So this is a little bit different than what I usually do, but it is in honor of the winter solstice in the northern hemisphere. I am very aware that the southern hemisphere, the global south, experiences things kind of in reverse. This would be the summer solstice in the southern hemisphere. I'm not quite sure how that works, but this will be the longest day of the year, not the shortest day of the year for you. I'm processing that and will try to be mindful of that in readings. But for those of us that are experiencing this time of reset, this celebration of the return of the light, this is indeed supported by the recent new moon in Sagittarius, which is also resonant at this time. In the first chakra, the root chakra, the Ace of Wands. This is a card that describes your energy as a portal for aspiration, for growth, for discovery, for exploration. The root chakra is literally how we are rooted to the land, to the earth, to those who have come before us, and the way that we use our bodies and material, physical energies to survive and hopefully to thrive. So this is really pointing you in the direction of accommodating spirit, looking for inspiration, looking for what is inspiring your growth, the ways in which you want to grow. You are looking at a new version of yourself, a new project, a new experience, or a new story of process of success. This also feels like it is realigning you with your gifts, your talents, in a way that is not taking for granted, but is assuming that you have the spirit, the physical and material resources and stamina to move in a brand new direction, to pursue something new. And for many of us, this can be an affirmation that we are seeing a whole new lifestyle ahead of us, no matter where we are in life. In the second chakra, this is the sacral chakra. This is around the way we experience the world through our senses, through our sensory experience of pleasure, of color, of sound, how we experience our creative sexual energy, our pleasure principle, the way in which we find joy in our experience of the physical world and in our experiences of revelation, abundance. The Ten of Wands is clearly indicative of a whole new set of responsibilities and obligations, a whole new set of principles that you are instituting as part of your process of living a joyful life. This is moving away from the obligations that have gotten you to the security and stability that you are experiencing now, and recognizing that that is not enough. This is reinforcing this idea that life for you now is about growth. It's about changing up a story that you've been telling yourselves, realigning your obligations towards what fulfills you, what grows you, what gives you new doors, new opportunities. for growth, for connection, and for your truth, speaking your truth, sharing your philosophy, sharing what you've learned with others, how that has informed your experience of living in the world joyfully. Tens are always numbers of changes, so there's something rather radical or revolutionary, certainly a reversal of the kind of conditioning you've had. But I have to insist, this is something that you were born into. This is an experience you've always had. You may have tucked it away for the necessities of life, getting on with the business of life, but you are now giving yourself over to these experiences of exuberance, joy, growth, connection, and exploration. And the third chakra, the solar plexus chakra, is about your ability to assert yourself, to be confident, and sometimes it's our fear of judgment. And so we anticipate that judgment by judging others. So this can be complicated, but it is a place where we stand up for ourselves and what we believe in, and we grow into that necessarily. The Eight of Wands is about you putting yourself out into a variety of arenas, opportunities, information streams, connection streams, so that you are networking through the work that you do, through the efforts that you're making. You're perhaps becoming a part of something that requires you to be out there, connecting, relating to a variety of people. And what is resulting for you is this opportunity to be seen. And through that recognition that you are receiving from others, you are being invited, being noticed, being offered opportunities or chances to connect, join in with other efforts, which is very much at the heart of your energy right now. This desire to connect with more people, new ideas, to go to new places, to support new efforts that you are very clear are in alignment with your goals. So this is beautiful, fast-moving energy, and there's nothing really slowed down about the energy I'm getting from you right now, Sagittarius. Even though I do see this opportunity to rest in the glow of your world, your physical world, the richness and vastness of your internal experience and joy, there is this impetus to keep moving, to keep growing, that the more you connect, the more you want to connect. And this is really incredible energy. It's almost as though your mind is racing along, even in this period of pause and resetting, preparation for the new year. And the heart chakra, this is the center. This is where you center yourself and your desires. This is where you claim what it is you want, where you pursue your dreams, where you align yourself authentically with that which is for you. And yet another wand, King of Wands, this is one of your cards. This is all about, it's more than competence. This is about the inspiration and motivation that you're experiencing right now. I feel like everything you're connecting to is building upon the sense of authority and not leadership for leadership's sake, modeling this growth process that you're experiencing. That is what what is inspiring others. What you experience, the process that you have gained for yourself, the way that you align yourself with what is best for you, what aligns with your values, your principles, is what inspires others. And so I see you as being very authentically who you are, this almost enthusiastic, childlike excitement about what it is you are learning and growing, what it is you're building on this internal level that is lighting up the pathway to others, your connections with others. It's almost as though you are carrying this light with you that is leading you, but that is inspiring others to follow. In the throat chakra, wow, the throat chakra is our version of the truth, our story, the way we narrate our stories, the way we speak our truth, the way we narrate our story to others. And the Sun card clearly puts you back in this glorious experience of the world of pleasure, of abundance, of resources. Everywhere you look, you see uh, prosperity. You see joy. You see purpose in joy. You see the actual functionality of joy, of enthusiasm, of pleasure, how that fuels your forward motion, your discovery, your aspiration. And of course, Sagittarius tends to be a sign that is the sage, the quester, the one on adventure. And at some level, you've found the adventure in your own life. No matter where you are or what you do, every day is an adventure for you, a joy-filled one. You shape your life as it feels right to you, and you manage your responsibilities in a way that works for you. So this doesn't mean that you get to do whatever you want. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is, by and large, you have selected opportunities and endeavors that resonate with your higher values. In order to fulfill those, you balance your time very carefully in order to maximize the pleasure, the joy, and the clarity of your light. This is your service, what you do in the context of your community for others, with others. You see yourself as part of a very large community that resonates with you, that fuels your desire for new adventure, new life, and new growth. In the sixth chakra, this is the moon card. And this sixth chakra is really how we see the truth, our ability to see through things, opportunities to see through space, to see through time. The moon is showing me what an incredible, rich exchange you have with your superconscious, your higher consciousness, and your subconscious energies, so that you're not afraid to go into those unknown spaces, those forbidden spaces, those areas of your life that have been filled with shame or guilt, and communicate with those who you know are there to help you. You have become very familiar with your ancestors, with your guiding spirits, with your co-creators, however you define those energies. And you are in active communication with them, so much so that for some of you who are avid detailers of your dreams, as I have been, it's as though you have a thought as you go to sleep and you are immediately given an image, an answer, a conversation, a word that addresses that in some way. So as I believe many of you are entertaining new ideas and even old ideas, refreshing them in a deeper, more profound way as they are relevant to you, you are in eternal gratitude at every level for even the challenges, the discomforts, the unfortunate or unhappy experiences that you are actively looking to understand better, to bring light to heal in some way, so that you are adjusting your sense of obligation and responsibility accordingly. And in the seventh chakra, the crown chakra, where we are a portal to divinity, a portal to the light where we become the light. We enter the light. We allow the light to enter into us. And this is the Six of Pentacles, which really is an interesting place for you, Sagittarius, because I do believe that you have often felt outside of ordinary relationships or outside of ordinary communities. You may, for some reason, have felt your difference as a mark of marginality. And in this way, you are not discarding that. You are just moving that sense aside because you accept your specialness at this point. I believe many of you do. You understand that you are the way you are for a reason. And that aligns with purpose, but it's giving you the courage to enter into relationships, a place where many of you have been deeply wounded. Many of you have stayed on the outside or on the margins of relationships because of the fear of being hurt, the fear of rejection, which I believe many of you have and do experience in a way that has excluded you from social relationships that can be positive. So there's issues of trust that you are learning to overcome as you learn to trust yourself. The Six of Pentacles is that now you feel confident in entering into relationships as agreements, not ones in which someone else expresses their need and you busily go to fulfill it and then experience burnout and resentment. No, this is where you enter into relationships with a desire that's upfront, that's stated, and from there you are able and willing to negotiate and compromise as necessary. You are naturally all about fairness, equity, harmony. That is your goal. You understand that just like you, others have been through their own trials and tribulations, have their own special resources and talents that they are looking to honor. And so you don't make assumptions about others needing your help or wanting to help you. You now make that clear and explicit, and as a result of that, you are often nominated as the person to distribute the resources of a community or an organization because of your fairness, because of your fair-mindedness. I'm going to clarify the heart and the throat chakra with the, let's see, is this upside down? They're all mixed up. With the Crow Tarot, these beautiful messengers of our ancestors, mediators between worlds. And as many of you experience regularly, their watchful eye over you, their communication and letting you know that they're there. In your past of the heart, the King of Wands, the King of Swords, and in the immediate future, we have the World card. And for the throat chakra, the Sun, that was the past, the Six of Pentacles, another repeat or a repeat card, and Three of Pentacles in your immediate future. So I'm really big on finding processes and readings and creating things that express something uniquely, but this really was very roughly, loosely meant to be about the heart and the mind, the way that you're balancing those out in this current time and the background of that, and as you move forward, where you're finding support. So the King of Swords at the heart chakra, this is about your ability to challenge your own assumptions, to be curious. You have allowed yourself to really lean into what is talent for you, what is your gift, and how you want to grow that. And this for me, assumes a certain dissatisfaction with where you've been in the past or with previous accomplishments or achievements. Here, you're aware that you are challenging where you believed your previous efforts were leading you, and that you have opened up to this beautiful energy of possibility. And with Saturn here, it's interesting to me because you are challenging your assumptions and the assumptions of others. The Saturn symbolizing the way it's supposed to be. And I feel as the King of Swords, you're just open up to new ideas, challenging the idea that things are supposed to be any particular way, and that things haven't turned out the way they were supposed to, and thus moving forward, there is no clear fixed idea on destination, but what is clear to you is the openness to new ideas, the openness to new truths, holding multiple truths in your heart. And here we have the truth of the heart and the truth of the mind. The World card in the immediate future, it signals the sense of achievement, and I think it is about the blending of the heart and the mind for you. One of the things that is being invoked here is the necessity to write or document your ideas, to record your ideas. And it's interesting that it occurred to me as I think about my own dream practice, dream journaling, and how the power of that can translate into other areas of life. So something here is uh, supporting you to document. And for me, what that looks like a lot of times is not just writing out something in a narrative way, but outlining, visually drawing pictures, diagramming, whatever way that you helps you organize your thoughts, because you're putting together a lot of information that is leading you in a really new direction, one that you did not know was available to you, even as you were born into this life with the very gifts you have now. So you're closing out this former experience of pursuing expectation, conforming to that, of doing what the right thing is to do, according to the world, according to the dictates of society, because they're the ones who benefit. And I don't feel, for many of you, that you've always felt that you've benefited from that, or not to the extent that it was supposed to be so. So I do think of you as understanding that the past has been preparation, has gotten you to where you are, and now you're ready to step through this new, very abundant portal. And again, this reflects on this idea that you have perhaps, at least to many of the Sagittarians I'm speaking to here, or any of you, regardless of your sign, that you have not often pursued material comforts or financial benefit in a way that resonated to what you thought you were supposed to. You've dismissed it. You kind of banished it. It just wasn't that big a deal to you. Finding meaning in your work or your efforts was more important. Honoring your creative gifts was more important. But you've come to a place where you understand one does not preclude the other. In fact, that the more stable and abundant you are, the more you can pursue and exercise your gifts. For the throat chakra, the way you find happiness, again, is reinforced through your relationships, through all exchanges of energy. This has become a strong point for you. I even see your ability to counsel others about relationships, about exchange, about their own process of growth and development. So I do think that in many ways you are looking at how you share your wisdom, your knowledge, and your gifts with others in a way that is fair and equitable. how that makes you feel good, because you do understand that anything that is given also receives. So the more you can support the exchange of energies that others pursue, you are also receiving the benefit of that information shared, that method exposed or shared with others. To you, this is again resting on an idea that I speak to occasionally, that you believe there is enough for everyone. You believe that the world is so abundant that everyone can have their basic needs met. And that's how you continue to operate in the world, as if that were so, because you believe it is. You believe there is no place for want or poverty or hunger in a world that produces in the way that we do. And towards the future, this is just really cementing your collaborative process. You feel best, you are happiest as a member of a team that acknowledges your expertise, not just being the receptionist or the copy person or the mail person, not just picking out lowly examples to make my point, but I'm saying by part of a team, I mean part of a consciously orchestrated team of experts like yourself that are aligned with different expertise, but aligned to the same goals, to the same values and principles, because what you're building is about excellence, is about improving upon a resource or a product that already exists, making it better, building in a way that really serves the community that it is destined for, the audiences for whom it is intended. And this is really beautiful because of the two crows here, they're sharing the cherries. They've built this system, this process, this team, and allows each of them to gather what they need, the plum, the prize. I love this, but yes, you work best as part of a community, and you bring your light to that community and really enjoying the process, not burning yourself out, not exhausting yourself, not overgiving, but in doing it in a way that is fair and nets you benefits and the experience of pleasure and joy. I'm going to leave this reading here. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you for your likes, your subscribes. Please drop me a comment if you feel so moved. And until next time, Sagittarius, namaste.